What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Dev, man. I'm back with a reaction video today, man. We're gonna be reacting to 10 rappers with the longest prison sentences, man. You know, some of our favorite rappers that went to jail earlier with some bullshit, or some that just got caught doing some dumb shit. We trying to see how long that sentences is and what they in for, man. Cause there's a lot of rappers that went down for some bullshit. So let's pop this video open. Boom. Bring that down. Take this bitch to full mode. Let's get to the video, man. Bring your smoke, drink, food, girl, dude, family, man. Let's vibe out, man. Let's watch the video. Let's get entertained. So let's see what's going on.
Socio and lavish lifestyles. But because many rappers struggle with adversity, it is also common for them to face trouble with the law. Some artists are able to arrange plea deals and avoid jail time, but many are not so lucky. Today we are learning about the rappers with the longest prison sentences. Bobby Shmurda was born to kill Jean Pollard on August 1st, 1994. He began rapping at the age of 10. The first song he remixed was Crime Mob's Knuck If You Buck in 2004. His shmoney dance became a rage nationwide, which helped him sign a record deal with Epic Records. Stars like Beyonce and Jay-Z have also made reference to his dance style. But the budding rapper's fame was cut short in 2014 when he was charged with conspiracy to murder, weapons possession, and reckless endangerment. In 2016, he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 7 years in prison, which was reduced to 5 years after receiving credit for the 2 years he had already served awaiting trial. Fans are eager for Shmurda to get out of jail and produce more music. Arlington, Texas-based rapper TayK was born Tamor Trayvon McIntyre in
TayK, come on, man. All I've been hearing is him bullshitting around in jail, making mobs, gangs, stabbing people. We've been doing this thing in jail.
2000 in Long Beach, California, and lived in Compton and Las Vegas before moving to Arlington at age 9. He got into rapping early as a member of the Daytona Boys, and by the age of 15, he was posting his self-produced solo tracks online. He produced various solo recordings and performed with the Daytona Boys, but was involved in a string of controversies and legal problems. He is best known for his hit song The Race, which reached number 44 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and was certified platinum by the RIAA in January 2018. The song went viral following his arrest in Elizabeth, New Jersey, after a nationwide manhunt for murder. Tamor is currently in custody and is connected to several crimes in Texas. He was charged with the murder of 21-year-old Ethan Walker during a home invasion robbery in Mansfield, Texas. Tamor was one of 7 people connected to the crime. Tamor is connected to a murder in San Antonio while he was on the run. Also, he was identified as the attacker in a May 25th robbery of 65-year-old Skip Pepe. Though he is only 19 years old, TayK was sentenced to 55 years in prison for these crimes. Cordell Jones, better known as Ye Jordan, is a rapper from Detroit who is affiliated with Chief Keef's Glow Gang label. He's from Puritan Avenue, which is often referred to as PA or Ye, hence the name Ye Jordan. Some of his most popular tracks include Strapped, One Time, and Everybody Getting Shot. He is allegedly a Crip gang member. This had an unfortunate effect on Jordan's life when his rap career came to a halt on October 17, 2014, after he was added to Michigan's Most Wanted list. Jordan turned himself into authorities and was charged with a September 2014 murder that occurred at a Motor City nightclub. The shooting incident, which left 1 person dead and a few others injured, occurred at Club Deja Vu. For his involvement in the murder, Jordan got a severe penalty. According to a local Detroit news outlet, Cordell Jones will spend 33 to 60 years in prison for the shooting that left 1 person dead and several others injured. Jones gave a lackluster apology in court, which seemed to really irritate the judge. The judge asked Jones what he wanted to say before the sentencing, but wasn't expecting the answer he got. If Ye Jordan ends up serving his full 60-year sentence, it will be the longest of any rapper in history.
I ain't heard about dude.
Though he's technically not a rapper, Suge Knight is a legend in the hip-hop world. But he is equally infamous for his tenure as the CEO of Death Row Records, as he is for his violent past. Marion Hugh Suge Knight was born April 19, 1965, and grew up in Compton. He was a football star at Linwood High School and went on to play at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, before being released by the Los Angeles Rams while at training.
Hey freelancers, it's time to break free from your old bank because Lily designed a bank account that gives you so much more.
I didn't know you played ball.
Every time you use your card, you can categorize your expenses.
Camp. He was also affiliated with the Blood Street Gang, who were feuding with the Crips while he was growing up. But he is best known for turning Death Row into the biggest hip-hop label of the early 90s, thanks to a stable of talent that included Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Tupac. Death Row brought gangster rap to the top of the pop charts and made the West Coast into the epicenter of 90s hip-hop. But along the way, Knight acquired a reputation for using threats of violence as a business tactic and made little attempt to hide his gang connections.
Was a
in
big
2015,
dude too,
Knight
bro.
intentionally crashed his car into 2 men, taking the life of one of them.
I
For this crime,
that.
he was sentenced to 28 years in prison.
Ooh.
Rondo No. 9, whose real name is Clint Massey, is a rap artist from the south side of Chicago, Illinois. Like numerous other rap artists from Chicago, Rondo No. 9 is part of the drill movement. His songs tend to portray his daily life in the violent streets of Chicago. Unlike many rap beefs that tend to stay on wax, many of the gang beefs from Chicago end in the streets, and there have been numerous rappers who have lost their lives in what authorities believe was the result of gang violence, though the killers are rarely caught. In 2016, this lifestyle caught up with Massey. He was sentenced to 39 years in prison on July 5, 2016, for murdering a jitney cab driver back in 2014. The driver was murdered on February 22, 2014, when the gunman approached his car while he was waiting for a passenger. Prosecutors said the men asked Boyd if he was from the neighborhood and fired multiple rounds into the vehicle from the passenger side. Boyd was pronounced dead 2 hours after being taken to the hospital. The Chicago Housing Authority got the incident on video surveillance, and eyewitnesses pinpointed Rondo as being at the scene of the crime. Massey was only 17 at the time of the crime. Charlie Wingate, better known as Max B, is an American rapper and songwriter from Harlem, New York, and is known for his original rap style of mumbled delivery, catchy choruses and hooks, and his energetic personality in interviews and videos. Raised in New York City in a large and struggling family, Max B turned to street crime early in life and was in jail for robbery between 1997 and 2005. Upon release, he immediately began pursuing a rap career, coming up with the stage name Max Bigavelli by combining the nicknames of his favorite rappers, the notorious B.I.G.'s Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z's Jigga, and Tupac Shakur's short-lived Machiavelli phase, ultimately going by Max B for short. He found success with his debut mixtape $1 Million Baby, but his fame and fortune were short-lived. Max B has been serving a 75-year prison sentence since 2009 after being charged of first-degree murder, first-degree robbery, first-degree kidnapping, and more. But as of 2016, all of those charges will be dropped. The charges were dubious at best because Max was not even present at the scene of the crime. In the end, his 75-year sentence was reduced dramatically.
Wasn't even at the scene of the crime.
LA rapper 03 Greedo came into his own on a series of mixtapes that began with 2016's Purple Summer. His multifaceted rhymes were heavy on references to drugs, struggle, and fame, and he churned out quality material at a prolific clip. He broke through to an even larger audience after signing a record deal, but not even a month after the release of his 2018 debut studio album God Level, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison for drug trafficking.
If I gave you $25,000 today, what would you do?
Damn.
Pay 2 years off your mortgage?
Some of these rappers really
Jackson initially used the alias Greedy Giddy, under which he self-produced 6 mixtapes, including the Bipolar series, Everybody Weak, and Money, Powder, Regrets. His early career was heavily influenced by Southern rap, with auto-tuned harmonics and melodic trap instrumentals. In 2016, Jackson was arrested in Texas on drug trafficking and possession of a firearm charges. According to a police report, Potter County Sheriff deputies forced open his car's trunk after claiming to smell cannabis and found 4 pounds of methamphetamine and 2 stolen pistols. Jackson originally faced 300 years for the charges, though eventually was sentenced to 20 years in prison. He could be released in 5 years with good behavior. He began his sentence in the summer of 2018 and is imprisoned at the Fort Stockton unit. He is up for parole this year. Abdul Ibrahim West, better known by his stage name AR Ab, is an American rapper from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's a member of OBH, or Original Block Hustlers,
my boy
a
right
label
there. I
and
like
rap
OBH.
supergroup he co-founded with fellow rapper
AR
Duck Low. Complex named him one of 15 unsigned rappers who should get a deal after South by Southwest in March 2013. The same year, he turned himself into authorities following legal trouble. He signed with Cash Money Records in May 2016. But like the rest of the rappers on this list, AR Ab had some serious issues with the law. Jurors found the rapper and 3 members of his entourage guilty of turning their record label, Original Block Hustlers, into a large-scale North Philly drug trafficking operation, implicated in at least 2 killings. Although federal prosecutors did not charge them in connection with those deaths, they left little doubt as to whom they believed to be responsible. Every one of them had their hustles, Assistant U.S. Attorney Everett R. Witherell told jurors during his closing argument last week, but it all ran through Mr. West. He is facing a minimum of 15 years in prison.
Damn.
Travell Gerald Coleman, better known as G. Depp, was born in Harlem, New York in 1978. He became one of Puff Daddy's proteges and released his debut album Child of the Ghetto in 2001. Despite his successful dance floor single Let's Get It, which introduced the Harlem Shake, he failed to make huge sales on the label, and his album remains one of the most bootlegged albums to date. Coleman stated in an interview that he has been convicted of robbery and served time in Rikers Island. Coleman's criminal record includes arrests for drug offenses, burglary, and grand larceny more than 25 times since 2003. Things got worse on April 17, 2012, when the 37-year-old former Bad Boy Records rapper was found guilty of the 1993 murder of Queensman John Henkel.
Damn.
The verdict came after December 2010, when Coleman now infamously walked into the New York Police Department's 25th precinct in Harlem to make the startling confession that he shot and killed Henkel in a botched robbery attempt. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Long before his Cash Money brethren, the Big Timers and Juvenile, hit the national spotlight with their best-selling albums, BG, whose real name is Christopher Dorsey, was tearing up the regional charts with his poignant lyrics and awe-inspiring flow. Although very few people outside of the Deep South and Midwest had heard of Baby Gangsta prior to his performance on Juvenile's platinum-selling 400 Degrees, Louisiana natives recognized him as a seasoned veteran. However, in 2012, the 31-year-old local rapper, who gained international acclaim for his gritty songs detailing drug dealing, violence, and a no-snitch mantra, was sentenced to 14 years in federal prison for gun possession and witness tampering. Dorsey had previously pleaded guilty to being a felon in possession of a firearm during a 2009 traffic stop in eastern New Orleans, but later he obstructed justice by pushing one of his two associates to falsely claim ownership of the gun.
Damn. Well, that's the video, guys, man. I thought Bobby was coming home by now. I thought Max B supposed to been out. I didn't know AOR ad was back locked up. How old is this video? This motherfucker might be old. Let's see. Alright, let me open this back up. Let me see. February 8, 2020. Alright, this is kind of old. But it's 2020 though. I know TayK still in there. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all rappers this, man. Focus on y'all craft, bro. You can't have one foot in the rap game and one foot in the dope game. You just can't. Or one foot in the street game. That shit don't work out, bro. It really don't, bro. So, I hope free everybody, man. Nobody deserves to be in jail for more than 2 years, bro. Cause that shit is ridiculous, man. So, like the video, comment, and subscribe, man. We got more videos coming, G.